Okay, to our next story. Unarguably, the busiest road in the sub-Saharan region is the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Making the stretch as safe as possible for driver and pedestrian is of utmost necessity and importance. The House of Representatives in Nigeria has asked the federal government to construct 23 pedestrian bridges on the road. The resolution followed a motion moved by a member of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC from Oyo State, Akande Sadipe. A stitch in time, they say, saves 9. Only with 23 footbridges. I'm looking at the stretch and asking at what points?
There are many points.
Okay.
From Ibadan. It's not just this stretch, the Lagos to Ibadan.
Okay.
Even in Ibadan's town, Felele, Iwo Road, and other places. But let me even talk about this Lagos that's to Tollgate, from Tollgate Lagos to Tollgate Ibadan, which I'm very, very familiar with. I can mention like 4 that need urgent pedestrian bridges. One, Kara. That's Kara between Bega and the Long Bridge.
Okay, the Long Bridge, yeah.
It's so dangerous. The second one is Arepo. Arepo is a developed town, and there are more than 50 estates in that place. It's close to Punch newspapers, and it needs a pedestrian. That's 2. Then if you go further, Magboro, that prayer city needs another one. So I've counted 3 already. I've not gotten to Mowe.
Okay.
Although Mowe has one now, which is good. I think they built it when they were constructing that road. And there are still many others along towards the Ibadan. So if they could even do this one that I have said, it will save a lot of lives. I'm not against the number. 23 is okay. They can do more, that's fine, to save lives. Because every day people need to access the express to go to school, to go to work, to go to market, and they are crossing and risking their lives. Yeah. But on the other hand, there are places where there are bridges and people are not using them. So those ones are on suicide mission. So let's leave them to do whatever they want for self-destruction. But there are those who are using the bridges, like the Ojota. They even had to do barricade to force people. I'm not saying you have to force somebody to use.
You were taking the Ojota thing out of my mouth. At Ojota, Jide, they have 2 footbridges. Yes. I think 150 meters of each other. But people hardly use them.
No, during the time of Ambody, people were forced to use them. You see long queues. And the barricades that they erected on the median was wrong. So they could not do anything beyond using those footbridges. Now, if you go to Ojota, you will see that they have vandalized the barricades.
Are you telling me that?
Along the road to Ikorodu, you will see that they've destroyed those barricades just so that they can cross the expressway on foot. And it makes no sense. I was in Borno State about 2 months ago, and in the customs area where the governor constructed an overhead bridge, they have erected those
medians.
No, not just medians, the barricades.
Okay.
So that you must use the bridge. Now the governor of Borno State, because some elderly people complained that it's physically tasking for them to climb those bridges. He now constructed the first ever pedestrian underpass that will take you from this side of the road to the other side. I've not seen it anywhere else.
No, there used to be, in those far off days, there used to be one at Apapa, but Olori, you remember, men of the underworld took over and people stopped using it.
So that is what they use now, and it's very convenient. Whether you are a young person or an old person, it's convenient. You just, they dug they kind of created.
I understand.
Yes, on that, and it was after he had constructed the road that people complained.
Okay.
Then they still found a way to create the underpass under the highway that had been constructed. Now people are using it. In Ibadan, this expressway, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the bulk of it is in Ogun State, but the built-up areas are largely in
Ibadan.
Ibadan. That's the
Ibadan
Soka that she talked about earlier, Felele and all of these places. And there are children who need to go to school. They need to cross the road. So to protect them, there's a need to construct those overhead bridges so that, pedestrian bridges, so that it makes life easier for people and they can get to the other side of the road without the risk of being knocked down by vehicles. So this is a very good suggestion by Mrs. Tolulope Sadipe, APC from Oyo State, and I hope that the Federal Ministry of Works will respond to this demand and do something quickly.
Drawing from what you said earlier on about Borno State, I trust the federal government is a listening one.
Yes, I want to believe that beyond even, because she focused largely on the Ibadan side.
Yeah.
But as Olori has said, even in this part, that is Ogun State, Lagos, and some parts of Ogun State, we need these footbridges along the expressway, not simply Ibadan, because the places, the locations that she suggested, I can see that they are in Ibadan, Olonshogo, Emeji, and all those. She's their representative, so she's speaking for them. She's doing the job that they asked her to do. But the point that we are making on this program is, in between Lagos and Ogun State, there are still points where you need to put the. Look at this one here. You know, it's just recently that they even came up with the one in Alausa, opposite the secretariat.
Okay.
For so long, people had been killed while trying to cross the road. But today we have it.
But I just hope, as you said, that Nigerians will please learn to remove the old dress and put on a new dress of staying alive. Use the bridges. Use the bridges.
Just, there is nothing you can say to them. Those that will not use, will not use. But there are those who genuinely need these bridges. Like mothers who want to cross with 4 or 5 children. She can't risk holding the children's hand and cross the express and not using the bridges. But there are some smart guys who feel that they can cross the express without.
Some have even turned the footbridges to marketplace. In Abuja, you know, on your way to the airport, you see some footbridges that they built. People are selling. In the same thing in Nasarawa, those what's this place called in Nasarawa? Just on the way to Kefi, you see footbridges. They are already marketplaces. So why are people turning footbridges to markets?
No, because the authorities of those places allow them.
Yes, they are not.
That's it.
They are not doing anything about it.
Well, it's a matter of choice. You have a choice to stay alive.